Top of the SportsMax Zone for this Friday. In the past couple of hours, the Jamaica Football Federation unveiling Heimir Hallgrimsson as head coach of the national senior men's team at a press event at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in New Kingston. In his maiden speech as head coach, Hallgrimsson spoke about the squad picked for the upcoming Argentina friendly in New Jersey on the 27th of September.
Honored and I'm grateful, but most of all excited for this opportunity. First impression of Jamaica is a very positive one. Nice reception from all people I meet. Spent a holiday with my wife maybe 10 years ago here, and probably that was one of the best holidays I've had. So, something said about me, I'm a little bit different than most coaches in a way that it isn't my income to be a coach in Iceland. Football is not professional, so the income comes from dentistry. But I decided a long time ago, if I had the chance to become professional, I would go and do that. So, like Mr. President said, it's my passion is football. So when I'm doing football, time flies. Forget to eat, etc., etc. So when I was looking for projects to coach the next time, I was really selective. It was not about the money, it was about the project. And for me, it was a perfect match to come now to Jamaica and to try to fix what is broken. I know is some obstacles we have to cross, and we have to improve some big things. But for me, it was a perfect match. I see so much potential here, and if I compare this one to the Icelandic project, I think the potential is much more here than it was in Iceland. So, really looking forward to start. Next year will be huge for the national team, starting with the Nations League match against Mexico, and then next summer in the Gold Cup. So, you've seen my story in the brochure, and I will bring 2 coaches with me in the staff. So I bring 1 assistant. His name is John Wall, a Swedish UEFA elite coach, and he will be assistant coach alongside Merron Gordon, which you know. So he is a teacher, has a BA in sports science, coached at many levels in Sweden football. He was a tactical coach for the Finnish national team, which had a huge success. He's good in player development and really useful in the transition from helping the local players to get to a higher standard and eventually and hopefully to the national team. He's a technology guru, owns a software company, or as a part owner in a software company, so he's really good in the technology now possible in football today, but above all, honest and a hard-working person. The other staff member I will bring with me here is Guðmundur Hreiðarsson. He will be our goalkeeper coach. I worked with Gumi 7 years with the national team. All the years I was there, he was the goalkeeper coach, and he is, in my opinion, one of the best ones I've seen. He has the highest education possible for goalkeeper coaches in Europe. Very experienced. Again, another one worked at all levels of football. He's great at developing goalkeepers. And he has been in the coaching education in Iceland for 20 years plus. But not only that, he's also in UEFA doing courses for goalkeeper coaches around Europe. So for sure, all of these players can help also locally, not only to improve the status of the national team. So all the 3 of us have that in common. We have worked in coaching education a long time. We've all been youth coaches, coached at all levels, coached both genders, and we all like to share to Jamaicans what we know, because it's all about sharing, giving and taking. To the task. Now, our task is number one. build a team for the World Cup in 2026. So we have a year until we start the playoffs or the group stage for the World Cup. So we have to start quickly to try to find and stabilize the Jamaican national team. The second job is assisting and improving football locally here in Jamaica, in coaching education and working with elite players. And we are happy to be a part of this and assist in that. But while doing this, we all know that in every match there is a pressure to win. There is an expectation to win. And no coach will survive in his job without winning football matches. So that is just the basic fact. So yes, we want to have a good team in 2026, but we all know we have to win the matches we play, starting now against Argentina. So two different things, for me I see it as two different projects. First, to develop talents, and the second, to improve the national team. And I think both of these projects can support each other. That is my belief. So, what are my plans? How am I going to implement the changes? Now, first of all, from experience, I was in Qatar for 3 years. Came there like I thought I was the best coach in the world. Went to Qatar, wanted to change all the players there to become Icelandic players with the Icelandic mentality. But sure, I hit the wall there. So now I'm experienced enough to know that I have to adapt to the Jamaican culture. I have to learn about how you do things here before I start to tell people, all the things, what I want them to do. So I have to adapt first, and then we'll find a compromise. Yes, I have my ideas, how to be successful internationally, but of course I have to adapt to the culture here. And these will be my first one to try to learn as much as possible. So, to answer the questions that will probably come later, it's better just to speak here, peace and quiet. So, starting with the team selection now, everything happened really quickly. For me, I had short time to finish the contract, decide to come here, and there's one matter when we were speaking. There's one matter you have to know. What is that? We play Argentina in 3 weeks. So, okay. I had to take a decision, maybe to sit in the stands and watch the game, or just jump in the pool and be brave and start from day one. And we decided to do this. But I totally admit that I don't know that much about Jamaican football yet. But for sure, I will try to do my best to know a lot more next time we meet. So we decided to jump, start working. And the first thing was to select the squad, so I had a good help from the technical staff for this. And the criteria for us in the first camp was to try to have the players who are playing at the highest level start to look at them. I hope we can start with everyone, clean slate, clean slate. Everyone from a clean slate, so everybody has the same chance to prove themselves to play for the national team. So we start here, we helped each other to select the squad based on, of course, previous national team matches and squads. There was about 100 players who have played for Jamaica for the last 2 years, I think, so it was a lot to look at. So this is how we started, this is how we selected the squad, but maybe, and I talked to the president yesterday, now when we meet the players, we only have 2 days to prepare. And for me to implement the changes I want to implement my ideas to the players is very difficult in 2 days. So I have asked the president to have more time, and at least he said yes. Next time we have a national team game. So if we need changes, we need time. That goes without saying. So again, to answer the questions, beforehand. This is not only an exciting project. I know all projects have its how can I say, problems from the past, and I hope that all the things that have happened in the past is in the past. I hope when we start, we don't take problems from the past to the present. Yeah, it was now in the press is a lot written about Andre Blake, the captain of the team. For me, it's in best case scenario a little bit embarrassing. But I can tell you here, we had a talk. The case is settled. He is in the squad, and hopefully, me as a coach can start this cooperation with the captain in the team.
Yes, Heimir Hallgrimsson, the head coach of the Jamaica Reggae Boyz, being introduced at a press conference this afternoon at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in New Kingston. We go to break. When we come back, George and I will assess this debut presentation from the new boss.